Morning students, in this session we are going to discuss about surds. But before that, already we got this concept in class 9. Class 9, class 10 you came across this topic. In irrational numbers, we got one topic that is about surds. Okay, in real numbers, we have rational numbers which are denoted by q and which are denoted by q dash. In this irrational numbers, we will get non-terminating, non-recurring decimals, non-terminating, non-recurring decimals, and also transcendental numbers like pi comma e. Pi comma e, already I think I have discussed this pi comma e in logarithms. So transcendental numbers and also imperfect squares, cubes and fourth powers, fifth powers, sixth powers and so on, nth powers. What's the meaning of imperfect squares? So square root 2, can we calculate the square root of this one? So 2 is an imperfect square. So cube root 11, can we calculate the cube root of 11? Even if you calculate, you will not get a rational number, irrational number. Okay, so all these type of imperfect squares, cubes, fourth power, nth powers are considered as surds. So, what is the definition of a surd? If A is a real number, positive real number, if A is a positive real number, positive real number, R stands for real number, plus indicates positive real number, and n is a positive integer, then a to the power of 1 by n or nth root a is called surd. And one condition that you should not able to calculate the square root or whatever the power it is there. Only in that condition it is a surd. For example, fourth root 5 we cannot calculate. One more example, cube root 343. Though it is cube root is in the form of nth root a, we can able to calculate the cube root of 343. What is that one? Cube root 343 is equal 7 cube. This cube and cube root gets cancelled, 7 is the answer. So that's why only in such a condition where we cannot able to calculate the nth power, be it a fourth power or fifth power or sixth power. So nth root of a, we have to pronounce it as nth root of a or nth root a. So nth root a or nothing but it can be written as a to the power of 1 by n. Similarly, cube root of 6 can be written as 6 to the power of 1 by 3. Cube root of 15 can be written as 15 to the power of 1 by 3. And one more important point here that you will not write this square, that means square root. We are pronouncing square root 4 or square root 14. We will not write that 2 there. So, what is here nth root a? In nth root a, what is n? In nth root a, what is n? N is called as order of the surd. N is order of the surd and a is called as radicand. A is called radicand. So n is the order of the surd, a is a radicand, and this nth root a symbol you are seeing, This is called as radical symbol or radical sign, radical symbol, or just radical. So this is about a brief definition about the surd. Now what is a surd? A surd nothing but if A is a positive real number and n is a positive integer, where a to the power of 1 by n or nth root a is a surd. Clear? In nth root a, if order is 2, what is the order here? N value, this order. If n value is 2, it is called as quadratic surd. Quadratic surd. Example, root 14, root 69, root 28. So all these are called as quadratic surd. So what is the order here? 2. If nothing is written, we have to consider as order as 2. Next, if n is equals to 3, then it is called as cubic surd. Then it is called as cubic surd. So be careful when you are writing the order. So cube root, within that symbol you have read the 3. Cube root 15. Cube root 75, like this. But if you write this 3 within the symbol, what will happen? Some students will write like this. There is a lot of difference between cube root 15 and this is 3 into root 15. Now 3 is in multiplication with the quadratic surd. Root 15 is a quadratic surd here. So just be careful while writing the surd. Whatever the order is there, you have to write within that symbol. So this is 3 into root 15, but this is cube root 15. Here the order is a 2 and here order is a 3. Similarly, if n is equals to 4, if the order is 4, then it is called as biquadratic surd. Then it is called as biquadratic surd. Example, 4th root 16, 4th root 164, not 16, 4th root 164, because 4th root 16 again you can calculate a 4th power. How? 4th root 16 nothing but 2 power 4. 4 and 4th root gets cancelled, get 2 answer. Okay. So 4th root 164, 4th root 125. So like this, whatever the order, within that symbol you have to write. Okay. So this is about the order of the surd. If the order is 2, it is called as quadratic surd. If the order is 3, cubic surd. If order is 4, biquadratic surd. If it is having the order beyond that, 5th order surd, 6th order surd, 7th order surd, like this, with the ordinal numbers we will name it. You know that these are the ordinal numbers, 5th, 6th, 7th. So like this we will get up to nth order surd. So this is about order of a surd. So previously we have seen about the surds. We can say types of surds based on order. Now we are going to see about the types of surds based on terms. So based on terms we are going to see what are the surds. First one is simple surd. Simple surd or monomial surd. Simple surd or monomial surd. Now by the name itself we can say what would be the surd. Monomial in the sense it contains only one term. Monomial in the sense only single term. So such a surd is called as simple surd or monomial surd. A surd with a single term like root 2, 5 into root 3. So all these are the examples of some examples of simple surd or monomial surd. Next one, we have compound surd. Compound surd. Now in this compound surd, two or more surds, two or more real numbers. That means if you take 2 plus root 3 minus root 5. Here two or more surds are there. Two or more surds are there which are in basic operation like addition and subtraction. So more than two terms, 2 plus root 3 minus root 5, or you can have like this also. Now 3 minus 10 minus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 5 minus 3 root 10. Like this, more than 3 terms also you can have. Such a term, such a surd is called as compound surd. Compound surd. Again, in this compound surd, if you have only two terms, 2 plus root 5, such a surd is called as binomial surd. Such a surd is called as binomial surd. If it contains 3 terms, 3 minus root 2 plus root 3, then it is called as trinomial surd. Trinomial surd. Clear? So this is about the types of surds. Next we have similar surds or like surds. So in algebra also we have a term called as like terms. What is the like term? Two terms having a common variable. Common variable. So similarly like surds in the sense two surds having the common simple surd. For example, 3 root 5, 4 root 5, 3 root 6, 12 root 7. I have written 4 surds here. What do you find commonly here? Of course 3 root 5 and 4 root 5. These two are called as like surds. These two are called as like surds or similar surds. Similar surds or like surds, both are same. And here these are called as unlike surds or dissimilar surds. Unlike surds or dissimilar surds. These like surds can be added. 3 root 5 plus 4 root 5. We can add them. Their multiples, whatever the multiples are there, we can add. 3 plus 4, 7 root 5. Similarly, they can be subtracted. They can be subtracted. 3 minus 4 minus 1 root 5. So minus root 5 is the answer. So like this, similar surds, like surds can be added. What are like surds or similar surds? The surds which are having a common simple surd. This is a simple surd we are having. Though the multiples are different, but simple surd is in common. That's why we are telling them as similar surds or like surds. So in this session, we are going to discuss a few laws of radicals or laws of surds. So the first law is, if nth root A and nth root B are two surds, what is the common thing we are observing between these two? Yes, order is the same. If nth root a and nth root b, if they are happen to multiply, we can keep the same order and we can multiply the radicands. So nth root a into b, or simply nth root ab. That means nth root a into nth root b is equals to nth root ab or nth root a into b. One example we will see. Nth root means cube root 5 into cube root 6. Because the order is same, only when the order is same it is possible to multiply. In different case we cannot multiply. If you want to multiply, then we have to change the powers of the radicands. We are going to discuss in the later. Okay. So we have to discuss few more laws to do such a process. Cube root 5 into cube root 6. Because the order is same, we can multiply the radicand. Cube root 5 into 6, 30. Cube root 30. Similarly, one more example. 4th root 6, 4th root 20. 4th root 6 and 4th root 20. Because the order is same, I can multiply 4th root 6 into 20. That means 4th root 120. So this is the first law of radicals asserts nth root a and nth root b are the two sets where nth root a into nth root b is equals to nth root a into b. Because the order is same, we can multiply. Keep this point in mind. Okay. And the second law we have nth root a and nth root b are the two sets. If we divide nth root a by nth root b, if I divide nth root a by nth root b, I can write it as common order nth root a by b, nth root a by b. So if you see the example, cube root 15 divided by cube root 3. Cube root 15 by cube root 3. So we can write it as cube root 15 by cube root 3. Cube root of 15 by 3. 3 ones, 3 5s. So we can simplify. As we did multiplication over there, we can do division also if they are going to be divided. Otherwise, we can leave it. So cube root 5. Cube root 5. One more example please. 5th root 10 divided by 5th root 7. So this can be written as, because the order is same, I can write 5th root 10 by 7. 10 by 7. Is this going to be simplified? No, because it is an even, it is a prime number or odd number. So we cannot divide. So we can keep like that only. So this is the 5th root 5 by 7. So what is the radicand here? 10 by 7. Order is 5. So you have to identify what is the order, what is the radicand. So then only you can use it to solve the problems. Okay. So this is the second law. The third law is, if a radicand, for example, nth root a, this is a radicand, it is having one order. Okay. If it is happened to get one more order like this, mth root of nth root a or mth root nth root a, mth root nth root a, mth root nth root a or mth root of nth root a. So in this case what we have to do? We can do multiplication of the two orders. M into nth root of a. M into nth root of a. You can ask the question, why we have to multiply? Why we have to multiply? What is the nth root a? In the definition we discussed, a to the power of 1 by n. Again it is having nth root outside. This nth root a I have written as a to the power of 1 by n. Again nth root. And this nth root can also be written as a to the power of 1 by n to the power of 1 by n. In laws of exponents in your school, you have studied that if the same base having two powers, we can multiply the powers. What is the power here? 1 into 1, 1, n into m, n into m. N into m or m into n, commutative property. So this can be written as m into nth root of, this is in the form of this one, isn't it? Can I write in this form? Yes. So mn to root of a. Clear? So this is about third law. We will see one example problem. So example, cube root fifth root 10. Cube root fifth root 10. So this can be written as 3 into 5, 15th root of 10, or 15th root of 10. One more example please. 6th root of 7th root of 42. 6 7s 42. 42nd root of 42. 42nd root of 42. Clear? So this is order here, this is radicand. Don't be in a condition to cancel them. Don't do that one. So 42 is having the power as 1 by 42. Both are different. Okay. Don't do such a false things. Okay.